Milo, is that you?
There, I think I got it. I got to be honest with you, George. I was pretty confident he had no idea what I was talking about.
Wow, I honestly thought he did. I was. Oh, Dave, I'm sorry.
No, guys, the worst kind of confidence is confidence that's on no legs.
Yeah.
So I apologize, and I've now been schooled.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's George. It was. This is going to be kind of our relationship. I mean, I'm the old grizzled guy, the old grizzled veteran, and you're the young guy coming up through the ranks. You're the probie, and I'm thinking to myself, no way. There's no way. And George is like, yes, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. And I'm thinking, not a chance. So there you go. So Dave.
The sergeant and the private.
Yeah, there you go. So that's it. After 40 years, I made sergeant.
Oh, fine. Captain and private then.
Keep going. I find it hard to believe that the evil overlord is merely a captain in his own army.
All right. I'll give you like brigadier general, but I'm not going any higher than that.
So Dave, the reason we're here today and the reason I turned the microphone on a minute and 18 seconds ago was because tonight is a big event in it's a big event on the OC, the Onondaga Cutoff.
Correct. Yes.
And would you like to tell us what that is? Because it's probably most people are listening to this from any time from late morning on Saturday, April the 18th, which is 2 days after. Holy mackerel, George! This guy's.
This is not good.
Yeah. What are we dealing with here?
2 days after. I mean, isn't it tonight?
George, would you like to help him out again? Hey, George, it's April the 18th. It's 2 days after
April 16th,
which is
your birthday.
There we go.
Well, how many times have I told you I learn slow?
It's hard.
I do learn. I just learn slow.
What is that? What is that saying? It's hard to soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys.
And you can stay up with the owls as long as you get up with the eagles.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So last week you had the Gone with the Wind version of a Facebook Live layout tour. 2,000 views you've had already. And tonight is going to be what?
Tonight will be the follow-up. It will be a revised and hopefully improved version of a Facebook Live video. We're going to do a little bit of rail fanning at milepost. We're going to do an hour or two at milepost 279 on the Onondaga Cutoff.
And how are people going to find this Facebook Live video?
Well, all they need to do is Google Onondaga Cutoff, Onondaga Cutoff, one word, Cutoff, and you'll quickly pop up with my blog at blogspot.com. But more importantly, you'll find the Facebook page. The Onondaga Cutoff has its own Facebook page, which is just Facebook.com/Onondaga Cutoff. And you'll be able to, if you search for Facebook Live Onondaga Cutoff, it'll pop right up. And the goal is to spend some time trackside at a certain location. And we're going to watch the trains that come by as part of the regular daily operation of the Onondaga Cutoff at that location at that given time.
Okay, and just you again by yourself, or is there going to be a crew? Are you going to? Last week you had a guy that was dispatching from Pittsburgh, I think.
That's correct. Yeah, my buddy Alex Lang was dispatching from Pittsburgh, and then we changed dispatcher crews halfway through, and the second half of the marathon, which was way longer than I expected, was dispatched from Morristown. My buddy Jack, who the AML Nation has learned a lot about through our discussions, our interviews. The Onondaga Cutoff can be easily dispatched remotely through the internet via a VPN connection where your home computer can talk to the computer here on the OC, and where we use Skype to function as a radio repeater between the dispatcher's home office and the railroad itself. And so tomorrow night, or actually not tomorrow night, tonight, April 18th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be having a remote dispatcher. This will be Jack. Jack Trabacchino will be our Mohawk dispatcher for the morning rush on the OC. And so I'll be running trains. Normally during an operating session, we've got between 13, 14, and 18 people in this little basement. And we're running the railroad with a number of crews, a dispatcher, a train master, a utility man, a bunch of different guys that are working different jobs. But given the ongoing COVID-19 response and the crisis that's international at this point, to social distance ourselves, it's important that we, first of all, follow those protocols, but second of all, find a way to continue our camaraderie and to continue to ride the energy that is model railroad operations at layouts where that's important. And it was Rich Wisniewski's idea to do that on the OC last weekend. It was a great idea. It's worked out wonderfully. And I never expected to get 2,000 views in a couple of days. That's amazing. So I'm thrilled.
I'm just sorry, but the thing of it is too, it's Rich Wisniewski's idea, and he's not that interesting.
Or so he says.
That's what he says. Yeah,
I know, and like nobody else agrees with that. But he's just so damn humble. That's how it goes. He's just a good, honest guy. You can't find a more straightforward comrade, someone to be with you to keep you on track. Rich is he's a wonderful guy, a wonderful soul. And it's an honor to have him involved with the OC. And so his idea was to get started with this stuff and to have it rolling. And Jack and Alex and Nick Anchant and the whole OC wisdom keeper crew, as I call them, the management guys on the Onondaga Cutoff, everybody jumped in and everybody's got some ideas and everybody's made themselves available to comment on and provide information for these Facebook Live videos. And the fact that people grabbed onto it, a lot of really heartfelt emails came out to us explaining, the hardships that are going on right now with unemployment and with relationships and, finances. And people really alluded to the fact that being able to sit down and watch some train videos at night on the OC took their mind off of things for a while, gave them a break, and helped them, find a little bit of solace in an unstable world right now. And that's not what I had intended,
right?
But I'm very. How many?
Go ahead.
No, I don't know how many times I can say thankful, but I want to make sure we're doing our part, and we're going to try and do more of these as time goes on.
George, I have a question for you, buddy.
I have an answer for you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I enjoy the fact that we have young people that listen to this, and and I refer to them as young people, but they're not. We got our buddy Gordy, and we got all kinds of Gordy Robinson that's working on his. We should talk about that too. His live. What is it? What is it, George? Explain it to me.
So it's called the NMRA X convention, and it is taking place later this month on Saturday, April 24th. And it's going to be a Facebook Live event with clinics, layout tours, and the like.
April 25th, I believe.
24th, 25th.
Yeah. Oh, both days? Oh, yeah, right.
Yep, it is a 24-hour event.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we're going all out.
I just got a message. No, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it later. So it's going to be cool. But so, George, the question I have for you right now is, Have you ever met anybody like this guy?
Dave? No, never.
No.
No.
Like, are you exhausted? We've been talking to him for about an hour and 6 minutes. Are you exhausted?
Not only am I exhausted, I would say I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. You guys need a beer.
Yeah.
Dave has
Yeah.
elicited some strong reactions from me.
Yeah. I need a beer. Exactly. I need a beer. Okay. So we're not editing this at all. So there's a lot of ums and stops and starts, but that's okay. So how many trains can we expect to see tonight, Dave?
We're going to make sure that our video is less than an hour long. So now that's an hour, but on the Onondaga Cutoff, we run 3-to-1 fast time, which means that there are 3 model minutes, operating minutes in every real minute. So an hour is about 3 hours on the railroad. And a busy Chicago line, you could definitely expect to see, I would say 4 to 7 trains, probably at the high end of that number, provided everything goes smoothly. So it's going to be very busy. It'll be 6:30 in the morning, and we're going to arrive trackside with our cup of coffee and a bagel sandwich, and we're going to park our 1989 Dodge Caravan and our 1987 Chevy Blazer, or whatever you were driving in the 1994 era, and we're all going to meet at milepost 279, and we're going to watch some trains, and we're going to see what shows up. And the power desk is currently working on the power plan. Honestly, myself as the general manager of the Onondaga Cutoff, I have no idea what power you're going to see tomorrow or tonight. Tonight, I keep saying tomorrow.
Tonight, yeah.
Tonight.
So
I have no idea.
So that Dodge Caravan, is that the burgundy one with the fake wood paneling, vinyl wood paneling on the side?
Well, it's a white minivan with the woody paneling. My dad loved it, and so
a sweet ride.
When my dad bought that 1989 Dodge Caravan in 1990, because he bought it off it was the dealer showroom vehicle, so he got a discount. He was all excited, so he bought it, and 6 years later, 1994, 5 years later, 1994, I was a high school junior. I got my driver's license in January of that year before a giant blizzard. And I've been cutting lawns and painting. He was a high school teacher, so I painted houses with him over the summer. And I'd saved every cent except for the stuff I spent on trains, which at that time, Athearn engines were $20 or $25, wasn't a big deal. So I gave my dad $1,000 and I bought a woody Dodge Caravan. And so I added a scanner to the roof, and I started to drive all over God's country to watch trains with Jack and my brother Ben, and it's faithfully reproduced on the layout. So it will be in the parking lot. It will be in the parking lot.
Yes, the white minivan with the wood paneling, also AKA the chick magnet.
Oh, Lionel. We've talked about this briefly, but it needs to be the point needs to be made that I have never been cool in my life ever.
Well, you're cool in my book, so there you go.
Well, and I appreciate it, but I'm not a cool guy. Like, it's just not cool.
Hey, Dave.
Intense, passionate George.
I'm here to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you.
You guys, and look, I do appreciate that, but I'm a nerd going way back, and that's just the way it's okay. If you have to own your nerddom. That's how life works.
You know what? How about this, George? See if this makes any sense to you. Dave, I think you're a cool guy. I would want you to hang out with me. We would have a lot of fun. We'd be tooling around together in either the minivan or my Camaro or my pickup truck, one or the other. And but when the girls show up, just let me do the talking for the first 10 minutes, okay?
Perfect. If I'd learned that lesson a long time ago, I would have gotten myself into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you wouldn't have ended up as the creepy train guy.
I would not have been the creepy train guy. But that's the best thing that's ever happened to me. My wife is the best single thing that has ever happened to me.
Yeah. Talk about aiming low, eh?
Dude, she puts up with all of my chaos. This is great.
She could have easily just, all she had to do is tilt that scope up her scope was pointed down.
Or way left. All I know.
Yeah, way left. Yeah,
way left.
True.
That's how it goes.
Exactly.
But I'll take it. I'll take it. It's all right.
That's why I always say I married up.
There you go. There you go, boys. You did. Good job. Have we covered everything? Oh yeah. Can we be rest assured that Rich is going to read my questions if I have a question tonight?
I'm pretty sure that if you've got a question tonight, Rich will read it.
All right. That's good. Hopefully we can get Spoon on there too, and he'll be. Do you even know who Spoon is? He's a regular on our show.
The name I've heard from Rich, but I do not know who Spoon is.
Yeah, he is a great guy. Is he not a great guy, George?
Spoon is a fantastic guy.
He really fantastic guy.
Awesome.
Absolutely. What have we covered it all, George?
I think we have, yeah.
17 minutes we killed there.
Oh, that's perfect.
I think. All right, so it's going to be a quick review. Onondaga Cutoff, Facebook.com/Onondaga Cutoff. You can find it that way. You can go to Google Onondaga Cutoff, Onondaga Cutoff. And you also have a blog. You can go there. You must have a link on your blog to Facebook, right?
I will do that absolutely this morning, actually, shortly after this podcast. By the time this podcast rolls, you'll be able to click on my blog and find the link.
Perfect. There you go.
And you know what? Just to help, I'll also share a link to the fans page.
There you go. Perfect. Way to go, George.
George, thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right. George, do you have any chance you can do our email address?
Yeah, I think I can manage that. All right. If you want to write to us by the medium of email, you can contact us at modelerslife. That's modeler with one L, like Conrail, not two L's, like Valley. Modelerslife@gmail.com.
Wow. Nice one. Because you live in the Ottawa Valley.
I do.
And you're a fan of Conrail.
I am, and my brother is.
Because Conrail is pretty rad. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, obviously.
And your brother's name is?
James.
Hey, James.
Hello, James.
Hello, James. Is he Jimmy or James?
Just James.
Older or younger?
Younger.
Oh, okay. So you get to slap him in the back of the head whenever you want.
More than a few times.
There you go. Perfect. And we have a website, amodelerslife.com. If you go there, you're going to find out all kinds of stuff. We also have a link on there if you're scrolling on your phone. If you get there, you'll see a link with send us an email, and there'll be a picture of the moderately agitated male boy's face in an even more agitated state. Just click on his face, and it'll automatically help you send an email. And also on there, you'll see a link to Patreon. If you go there, and $5 a month, you'll get an extra 4 podcasts. Plus, we now have a chat room that's going every night, so you can go over there and meet all kinds of people that are also Patreon members on the old podcast. And that's a lot of fun. People seem to be having lots of fun with that. Are they having fun with that, George?
I think they are.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a hit.
Oh, I would absolutely agree.
Yeah, there's. I'm looking at it right now, and there's Rod Deary from Australia, and Martin Jenkins from Australia, and Brian Doherty from Texas, and Angry Ralph is there, and Andy Spencer from Australia, and our buddy Mike the Spoon Ostertag all the way from Green Bay, Wisconsin, home of the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so have we covered? I think we've covered everything.
I believe we have.
Do you think you can handle the end, Dave?
Well, it depends on which end we're talking about, but I think so.
All right.
The back end, Dave, the back end.
Subway chime.
Oh, my God.
No? I thought you said it was Subway chime.
This is the end of and this 19 minutes is an entire show all by itself.
Oh.
You're going to have the Modeler's Life opening. You're going to have the what's that song? The City of New Orleans, done on a hand organ. What do they call a hand organ?
Yep. I do love that song.
Yeah, and the hand. What do they call a hand organ? An accordion.
Accordion.
An accordion. And then there's probably and then you're going to hear one of the elevator escalator reports directly from the NG Transit guy that runs all that stuff.
Man, boy, this is golden opportunity.
Yeah.
And I still found a way to screw it up. I told you that I learned slow, and so here we are. I'm only proving my point.
Hey, Lionel.
Yeah.
He did warn us.
Yeah, he did. So, are you ready now, Dave?
I'm ready.
So remember, a Modeler's Life podcast is considered marginally adequate by 6 out of 10
elevator maintainers.
Now it's time for the New Jersey Transit Elevator Escalator Report. Whether you want it or not. Take it away, Dave.
Good morning, everybody. Plainfield westbound's out this morning for some door modifications. They're going to adjust some of the equipment hardware that came in yesterday, so that should be back later this afternoon. Ridgewood number 2 is out. Vendors en route to take a look at the doors on that one. Those doors are open. At Woodbridge, we had a report of an ADA customer stuck in the elevator. The vendor went there and found the elevator operating normally, so that's back in service. Newark Penn number 9 is out with a skirt panel replacement project, same as last week. And Secaucus number 2, that's one that's out for its step chain replacement and a lower carriage assembly adjustment. So that's still going to be with a good date there of December 1.
It's another Lincoln Homer.